Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A controversial bill that would make it harder for those arrested to be released has mixed reactions from local lawyers. Also tonight, Korea has become the Annamai's top tourism market. Government officials this week are in Seoul. And budget hearings up on the Hill with a pleading for money for personnel. In sports, professional badminton players are on Typhoon. It's the fastest game in town. Stay with us, we have these stories and more up next.
What's the move? Kinda wild out. Catch a groove. She said, where you going? What's the move? Kinda wild out. Catch a groove. What's the move?
Hafaday and Tiro golfers, you're invited to the 21st Annual Handmade Charity Classic Golf Tournament on Saturday, July 15th at Lau Lau Bay Golf and Resort West. Cash, cars, and other incredible prizes, and with our popular Blackjack Double Peoria format, anyone can win. Awards luncheon and a raffle you don't want to miss right after, so register today at Lau Lau, and we'll see you for a great day of golf on July 15th. From your friends at Handme.
Mickey D's McCrispy. Formerly known as the Crispy Chicken Sandwich, now has some respect on his name. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Real talk. The Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich should have been named Spicy McCrispy from jump. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hafaday to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, June 7, 2023. Legislation aimed to impose strict bail conditions for repeat offenders will be open for debate between the Public Defender's Office and the prosecution. The Bail Reform Act is a measure that would allow the denial of bail for repeat offenders and impose strict conditions of release. Since its introduction to the House, the bill has gotten a lot of attention from CNMI attorneys.
And the discussion is still very much debatable. The committee decided as a whole to table that bill and to bring back the chief solicitor again, Robert Glass, with the public defender into committee and have them debate the issue so that members of the JGO committee could have a clearer understanding with that bill.
Several lawyers have opposed the legislation, stating that it is an incredible violation of the people's right and it cripples the principle of innocent until proven guilty. Author of the bill, Representative Marissa Flores.
Just as much as we are to uphold the constitutional rights of every individual, whether you have been identified as committing a crime or not, you are still afforded these rights. And we are not here to disrupt that or take away or discriminate from that. I mean, that's a very You can't do that, period. And I think the people in the committee know that. But when you're talking about repeat offenders, I mean, we also have an obligation to protect those who have not and who have and continue to abide by the law.
The bill was originally titled the Keisha Mosga King Bail Reform Act. It was named after King, who was kidnapped, shot, and killed in a 2020 hostage situation with Gordon Costro, who is a repeat offender. During that time, Costro was out on bail for 2 pending felony drug cases. He was also on probation for a separate case, assault with a dangerous weapon. Flores says the bill is aimed to make sure any similar situations like that don't happen again.
Again, 2 weeks ago, you had the individual who was arrested in Cagman for burglary. He had an existing case and was out on bail, and then they took him back in, right? And then you had the individual with the Bank of Guam incident. He was also out on bail, and he, again, is out. And I there was a call that came to my office that he was out in Cagman with his machete again, roaming around the streets, but it's a very sensitive issue. What we don't want to do as a committee is, take away from the civil rights of anybody. And I respect the public defender in his opinion. I also respect the chief solicitor. We have to find a balance.
Governor Palacios and MVA's managing director and MVA's acting board chair are in South Korea this week for a series of meetings with airline and tourism officials.
NMI currently receives direct flights from Jeju Airlines, T-Ways, and Asiana from Seoul. On the hotel side, the Eland Group has become the major player on island with a newly renovated Coral Ocean Golf Resort, Pacific Islands Club, and the Kensington all in its fold, and Eland continues to look for new opportunities. This week, Governor Palacios is making the rounds in Korea, accompanied by MVA's managing director Chris Concepcion and Eland's Gloria Kavanaugh.
The Korea market is our top market. As you mentioned, arrivals are about half of where we were pre-COVID. So far, though, for the first 6 months of this fiscal year, we've already surpassed the whole 12 months arrivals from the last fiscal year, so that's a good thing. We do project that we'll probably hit 75-80% of airlift capacity by the end of this calendar year, which will bring us, almost up to par with where we were pre-COVID. The Korea market is different from the Japan and China markets. Yeah, you're right. They're coming, and we see it because we see it in the numbers, in the arrival numbers. But we do not see the same. I at least personally, right? Like I don't feel like those numbers are out there in the community going around. And I don't know. I think that market is something that that's kind of the way they travel. They keep to what they know, what they're familiar with, and But maybe that's our opportunity to kind of break that mold and show them that there's actually a lot more to do outside of the resorts. And hopefully the goal, right, would be to have that money circulate throughout the business community, not just in the resorts. But it's a tough cookie to crack. But it's something that we've seen throughout the years, and we've been in the tourism industry. I've been in the tourism industry for 15, 17 years, and it's if not much has changed in terms of the individual markets. The landscape's still the same in each of them, the Korea market in particular.
Budget hearings on Capitol Hill as fire and emergency officials appear before legislators making a push for payroll. The CNMI Department of Fire and Emergency Medical Services has a total of 169 personnel. 119 are on Saipan, 28 on Rota, and 22 on Tinian. The governor has proposed to allocate $5.2 million to the department, but officials are requesting for $5.48. On Tuesday, DFEM's officials appeared before the House Committee on Ways and Means, stating that they plan to use 98% of that for personnel pay.
What we ask from this legislature hearing, budget hearing, is that we continue to maintain the salary of all personnel that are currently employed and to maintain the revolving funds for the operational costs.
DFEM's personnel works 106 regular hours. Overtime payment does fluctuate due to emergency calls, but ranges between $19,000 to $22,000 per pay period. Officials do project a financial shortfall if their request is not met.
We might be anticipating for next fiscal year shortfall probably like over 200-some thousand. So just to give you guys a heads up on that we might be encountering an issue with personnel next year.
DFEMS does not plan to hold an academy this year due to funding issues. They also will hold off on any promotions until there is enough funding. Coming up, relief drive for malware victims extends. Stay tuned.
One of the best addresses in Saipan has office space available now, right in the heart of things. The Mariana's Business Plaza offers reasonable rates and can help build to suit your needs. You'll love the central location, just 15 minutes from the airport and 10 minutes from Garapan. Ample and covered parking keeps your vehicle close and protected. 2 restaurants for easy access, lunch, dinner and business meetings. Building security and 24-hour access to your office. Backup generators, so you can run your business in all weather. And 3 elevators mean easy and convenient access. It's the address in Saipan, the Mariana's Business Plaza.
All workers have the right to a safe workplace. Employers must provide a workplace that is free from recognized hazards and comply with applicable OSHA standards, including proper reporting of injuries. Training needs to be done in a language and vocabulary employees can understand, and an OSHA information poster must be displayed prominently in the workplace. Workers, you have the right to raise a safety or health concern with your employer or OSHA without being retaliated against, and request an OSHA consultation of your workplace if you believe there are unsafe or unhealthy conditions. OSHA can help. Free assistance to identify and correct hazards is available to small and medium-sized employers without citation or penalty. So look out, speak up, and stay safe. Job safety and health, it's not only good practice, it's the law. Check out OSHA.gov or call 664-3154 or 3155.
Get your goods here with care and attention with Micronesia Air Cargo Services. MAX is all about connections. Daily flights to and from Guam, 4 times a week to Rota, and bi-weekly flights to Tinian. We are connecting the Marianas. Perishable goods, Home Depot furniture and appliances, even live animals, operating since 2013. Check out our Thursday special to Rota from Guam and Saipan. Call Max at 670-288-6227. If it fits, we'll take it.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Cranes remain on site of the unfinished casino in Garapan. Concerns of public safety have been raised. Whose responsibility is it? Construction at the Imperial Pacific International stopped 2 years ago, but its cranes still hang above the building in clear view of anyone passing the Garapan area. As the CNMI expected the arrival of Typhoon Mawar, the cranes posed a threat to public safety. According to the Commonwealth Casino Commission, any safety issues of IPI should be handled by its enforcement agency.
Cranes are not designed to be up there for 6 years. Based on what we learn about cranes, they're supposed to come down in no more than 2 years. And they've been up there for more than 6 years. They need to come down, and any new effort should put up new cranes. That, in our opinion, is the responsibility of IPI and continues to be the responsibility of IPI. But DPW is the enforcement authority for that, and we'll stand by to help them out.
Currently, crane number 1, 5, and 6 still remain on site. The Department of Public Works reached out to CCC last month to have safety code inspectors enter the building to begin assessment. Vice Chairman Rafael Damapon says he has already met with DPW Secretary Ray Yumo.
And I told the Secretary that I think it is time that we should, also invite other entities such as fire, because it deals with the safety of the building. Chairman did mention about the building safety, building code, and the safety of the building. That's DPW's responsibility. That's not CCC responsibility. But anyhow, I suggested that we should come together. In fact, a regular meeting like this, they should also come and see how we can closely work together, take this venue as a conduit for us to get together so that it is easier to discuss and the main issue.
The commission says what they do have control of are the gaming devices. The commission says they are working closely with IPI security to ensure that the Commonwealth's interests and CCC's are well protected.
And those are certain rooms, particularly the cage where the chips are, where the negotiable chips are stored. Those are primary concern to us right now, because those chips, there's an enormous amount that are negotiable chips. Those are protected and they are not subject to the receivership or any of those. Those could be considered as currency.
De Leon Guerrero says the CCC is always ready to stand behind DPW and assist in whatever way they can. Unity, care, and love is seen at the Multi-Purpose Center in Susupi as the Marianas community comes together as one to help out our brothers and sisters down south. The Typhoon Mawar Relief Drive has reached its goal in filling up a 40-foot container with goods and supplies for victims in Guam. Officials say community members have donated canned foods, sacks of rice, noodles, clothes, mosquito coils, mosquito nets, butane gas, pots, water, and so much more. Corrections Commissioner Anthony Torres says the quantity of donations have been generous that they will be extending the drive.
The mayor's been there today. He was there with his staff as well. And we also had some of the Youth Congress participants that were there as well. And they're helping us with our reach to the community. So that's awesome. And it's KKMP has been there as well. They've been there helping us with our reach as well on the radio, on the air. I don't know if you drove by and you've seen the KKMP flag and speakers out there by the road, but it's been awesome. And again, we're continuing this till Monday.
Officials have acquired a second 40-foot container, and the mission remains the same.
At first, we were supposed to close out today, but when we got that second container yesterday, I'm like, okay, I guess we're extending it till Monday. So, yeah, we also want to invite the community to come down and hang out with us. We're there. Come talk story, hang out with us, and meet some of the volunteers who are taking time away from the busy schedules to help with this mission.
According to Torres, Guam Mayor Jesse Alec will be heading the distribution on Guam.
I've been in constant communication with Mayor Alec, so he'll be facilitating the pickup as well. And I spoke to my brother the other day, who's a fire chief out in Anderson, and he asked me to reach out to Alec as well to to let him know that if they need additional help with the distribution, he's going to send some of his firefighters out his way. So just and that's what's awesome about all this. You see people coming out from the woodwork. That's like, hey, what do they need? What can we do? Just being able to organize and get people together and see people come together to help our neighbors out. That's just awesome.
The drive will be open until Monday, June 12 from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Community members who would like to donate can bring anything that would help typhoon victims. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We have sports up next.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They're an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle. Premium office space is available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Features include dedicated parking, fast internet, backup power, good water, and natural light throughout to go along with the very best views on Saipan. So don't settle for space when you can get peace and peace of mind. Call Hermosa Vista today at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com. Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Buenas sports fans.
Come to the Ada Gym in Olei to watch some professional badminton games. The Crown Plaza Northern Marianas Open Badminton Tournament kicked off on Tuesday at the Ada Gym in Susupi. This is a much-awaited tournament and is one of the two that the Northern Marianas Badminton Association will be hosting this month for the Paris Olympic qualifiers next year. In the women's single, Ko Ruo Swan of Chinese Taipei beat Japan's Osawa Hina by winning both sets 21-13 and 21-15. Park Ga-eun of Korea won over Kurashima Misaki of Japan. Park won both sets 21-11 and 21-8. Shea Chin-ying of Chinese Taipei won her match against Ta Ying of Australia. The score was 21-10 and 21-9. Korea's Kim Ga-ram beat Liao Yuan Chi of Chinese Taipei with a score of 21-11 and 21-13. In the men's singles, Obayashi Takuma of Japan won his match against Singapore's Jia Hyung Jason with a score of 21-16 and 22-20. Chen Chi-ting of Chinese Taipei beat Australia's Tang Ricky with a score of 21-11 and 21-6. Cho Gyun-yup of Korea won over Saito Shun of Japan. Cho won both sets 21-12 and 21-11. Meanwhile, the former world #1 player Son Won-ho of Korea lost from Yang Yang of Chinese Taipei. Yang won first and third sets, while Son won the second set. Their score is 51-21, 21-10, and 18-21. Badminton Oceania Chief Executive Officer Julie Carroll is here on Saipan to witness these tournaments.
This is the Crown Plaza Northern Marianas Open Badminton Tournament. It is part of the BWF, which is the Badminton World Federation tournament calendar. It is a tournament that gains world ranking points for qualification for Paris Olympic Games. And it's also part of our Oceania circuit. So there's 19 countries, there's 179 players. Because it is an Olympic qualifying tournament, it goes onto the world calendar and the players will choose which tournament they go to. We always knew that by having a tournament here in Northern Marianas, that Asia would be a target market. So particularly Korea, Japan, Chinese Taipei. So they're our big entries and very strong quality of players.
Carol is very ecstatic to see the setup of our Badminton Federation for this Olympic qualifying tournaments.
Your facility is fantastic. I was here last year for the Pacific Games and the facility then was good. Now it is even better because you have new floor, new lights. But what we're doing is we're making use of all the equipment that we had for Pacific Games. So if you had not had Pacific Games, we would never have been able to have this tournament. So this is really good and we just hope that these tournaments will become an annual feature here in Saipan.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to be going over the leg press. Now I have here with me is Vince, and he's going to show you how to execute it properly in 2 different ways. A common mistake that you'll often see is leaving your hands free, either up here or on your lap. I strongly recommend you holding onto the sled and create that tension in the upper body, which then allows you to create more range of motion. So with his current foot placement, he was feeling it on his legs, his quads. Now with a simple adjustment by placing his foot a little higher on the platform and his toes pointed out slightly, he's going to transfer that tension, which was previously on his legs, onto his hamstrings and glutes. Again, he's going to grab onto the sled, creating that bracing effect up here.
And for your KSPN weather report, today partly sunny, east wind around 14 miles per hour and gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. Tonight partly cloudy with isolated showers, east wind 8 to 14 miles per hour. High 86, low 77, humidity at 82%. Tomorrow mostly sunny with isolated showers, east-northeast wind 7 to 11 miles per hour. High 86, low 77, your marine forecast. East to northeast wind 15 knots, wind waves 3 feet, east swell 4 to 5 feet. Tonight northeast wind 10 to 15 knots, wind waves 3 feet, east swell 4 feet. Tomorrow northeast wind 5 to 10 knots, wind waves 2 feet or less, east swell 4 feet. Your sunrise will be at 5:45 a.m., high tide at 11:50 p.m., low tide 4:20 p.m., and the sunset 6:46 p.m. And there you have it, Marianas. That is your midweek edition of the news, sports, and weather. Thank you so much for watching the Channel 2 News. We hope you have a great night, and we'll see you back on Friday.